And we must, finally, we must reform ICE. But it looks at this stage, folks, ICE is beyond reform. ICE is totally out of control. And this week, I intend to introduce a bill to abolish ICE. We need to make ICE go away. 2003, before 2003, without ICE, various federal agencies were able to take care of business, and we can do this without ICE. But we do not need the murderers. We do not need these paramilitary organizations, members on our street terrorizing.
This whole entire administration is so... I'll tell you what, it actually put my body into menopause. I am so thoroughly repulsed by Donald Trump and all of his cronies, and they literally threw my body into menopause. It's like in Twilight when the vampires come around and more wolves start turning. They are literally turning American women into women going through menopause because we are so repulsed by you incels. You.
This man is a clown. At some point, when I watch him do this every single time, I will laugh all through because they've tried this over and over and they know the result already. He went on Fox News. Something happened. He struggled to be tough. What he didn't realize was that he's not on CNN. This wasn't CNN. I believe he will not even go back on Fox News ever again. I'm going to show you that clip. If you look at this other guy, he struggled to impeach Trump. I think the second time, it didn't work out. Now they want to attempt this.
Thanedar is with us. All right, just to be clear, the president's joint session speech when he honored the family of Laken Riley, 24-year-old nursing student, murdered by an unvetted illegal, and honored little Jocelyn Nungary's family. Did you stand? Did you give honor to that family that lost so much?
Look, Sean, thanks for having me.
I don't need the thanks. Did you stand or not? Did you stand to honor those families?
I did not stand because the president...
You sat on your ass.
I was just sick of the president.
So I want to be clear.
I did not.
You sat on your ass, and you wouldn't stand for families of that lost children, a 12-year-old girl murdered, and you couldn't stand for them because you were playing politics. Is that right? I want this audience to know.
Look, I would not stand for this president. I would not stand for this president. He was lying.
You weren't standing for
boasting.
them. You were standing for the families that lost little girls that you want to remain in the country. Is that true or false?
Look, this president was using a tragedy.
I'm not talking about it.
Riley's death.
What about those families? Have you ever picked up a phone? Because there are thousands of Americans and victims of violent crime. Have you ever spoken to any? Have you ever called them to offer your condolences? Name one family. Name one family.
Look, every immigrant, everyone must follow American laws.
Have you ever picked up a phone and called a victim's family?
Look, I talk to my constituents all the time.
Not a hard question. Not hard.
Yeah, I do.
Have you ever picked up your phone and called them? Have you done that one time?
Look, I talk with my constituents all the time. My constituents are being terrorized by ICE.
Have you ever?
This is the best way to handle these people. They always use the president every single time you ask a question. They will not respond. They will just go straight, start bashing the president. They ask you a question. Did you? Yes or no? That's simple, right? Why go? They can't answer questions. If you have been watching these people, you will understand this is exactly how they play. The mainstream media don't do this. Yeah, you will not see CNN interviewing someone like this, asking questions, waiting to respond, not allowing them to go, into something else. That is the best way. I saw this segment, I was amazed, like, this is it. He strongly deviated away from the real topics. Like I said, if it's their person, they're always concerned. If they realize it will benefit them politically, they will do that. If it's not benefiting them, they stay away from it. Playing our lives, right?
Did you ever call them?
I have met people. I am sure I have met people.
I'll take that as a no. All right, you actually said this, and you know I could talk to you all night about the dumb stuff you say. You voted against the bill mandating the deportation of illegal convicted. Can you explain that to me?
Well, look, anybody who breaks U.S. laws, an immigrant that breaks U.S. laws, should be deported. Anyone that commits
That's not what you said. Sir, you voted against a bill that mandated the deportation of illegals convicted. Do you regret that vote now?
No, I don't regret that vote. Look, no bill is perfect, and many times...
What if it was your wife, your sister, your daughter that was... You want that person to stay?
Look, there are multiple things in a bill. I don't agree with every one of them.
Sir, you got to answer the question. If your wife, your daughter, your girlfriend, mother was raped by an illegal immigrant, you voted against a bill that would deport these illegals convicted times. You're perfectly fine if they stay in the country.
Sean, look, I serve in Congress. I don't think you ever served in Congress. That's what you voted
on, though, right?
Most of the bills. Look,
Why
most
did
of
you
these
vote
bills
for that?
are not perfect bills.
Why did you vote for that? Why would you allow convicts to stay in the country that entered the country illegally? Why would you vote for that?
It was not, the bill did not just include that issue. There were other things in the bill. And so I cannot pick and choose. I don't have a veto where I can strike out one portion of a bill.
You would have voted against it otherwise? What was the big provision that prevented you from kicking these people out of our country?
I actually feel ashamed for this man. Yeah, he's unable to answer any questions. These are people that will stand up and say, oh, I represent you in this. It gets me so crazy when I see, they behave this way. These same questions, you can pose this to a lot of these Democrats, lawmakers. They won't be able to answer the questions. I think this is the very first time I've seen, things like this. They should be able to back up their decisions. Some can not allow to be interviewed this way. Reason, they always go to places where they give them softball questions. Yeah, that is what they do every single time. I was impressed watching this. And I want to appreciate people supporting, sharing out my videos. God bless you abundantly. I don't want to make the video long. I think I'm going to end here. Please endeavor to share the videos. Sometimes I try my possible best to update you on things happening in around you, but I get criticized every day. Oh, you're this, you're that, but I don't care. I just want the truth. Reason I'm doing this. As of the short clips you see at the end, that is for the white algorithm. You can always skip or you end here.
When I look at that video, I don't see both sides in a dogmatic.
I'm interested to see who comes up.
Ethan, it's me. Ethan, how are you? Good to see you. How's the country doing, Ethan?
Well, I can't answer for that.
Horribly. What do you mean? You know this.
Like millions of people around the country were really concerned with...
You said gather around and say, oh, she's accusing all of the folks at ICE of being criminals. That is not what I'm doing.
This was happening in Minneapolis is
watching.
That we don't normalize what's going on in this country right now. I love America. I love us. I love our communities, free speech, the Trevor Project. And
my babies are upstairs watching. Y'all better be off them damn phones and watching me right now.
Bill Maher, you give us so much.
Yes, Globe for best editing goes to the Justice Department.
I'm a little in shock about that.
Maduro.
Let your hatred and
sit this one out.
Well, these guys are paid, dude. And we
100.
There you go. $1,500. Let's see if they get them. Well, I want to see them get it.
The United States.
Yes.
Absolute horror.
Hi, Mel Gibson. I'm in Italy.
Obvious. I wonder if Jasmine Crockett would have cried for DeCarlo.